Hello guys, welcome again for another video. Um, Today I decided to make a video about the AMDP system. This is maybe a video that's not directed to all people that watch my channel uh, because it's more psychiatry oriented, and but I think it would be also helpful for anybody who wants to understand a little bit pathology of the mind. Basically, what is the AMDP system? It stands, first of all, it's an abbreviation and it's in German, so I'm gonna read it here very quickly for you guys. It's Arbeitsgemeinschaft für Methodik und Dokumentation in der Psychiatrie. Makes no sense to you guys, but basically it's a system for documenting and assessing psychopathology in psychiatry. And why am I making this video? I'm thinking actually to make a series, like a playlist kind of all the psychopathologies that are found. There are only 140. And they're divided into 19 groups. And for me, I think it's one of the skills that I really need to master, and these kind of videos will help me understand them better, because when I teach it, of course, I'll learn it better. But also, as I say, this channel is about seeing my growth as a psychiatrist, and this basic skill is very important because in somatic medicine, when doctors see it, it's easy to see a disease, So, for example, the legs are swollen, it's edema. Somebody's coughing, he has some water in his lungs. Somebody can auscultate, can hear crackles. Somebody has a wound, you can see the scratch. So basically, it's in somatic medicine, it's easy to, not easy, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but you can detect a disease quite simply. But with the mind, so with psychiatry, how can we detect that somebody is actually mentally sick if he has some mental what are the mental symptoms basically that are pathological? And this system came to help basically with that. So basically I will make a playlist about these pathologies. Of course, it is a little bit maybe unusual video for people, for the general population, but I think it would be good and important for me long term to do it. So what is the system? I said already, identifying the psychopathologies, documenting them, and also grading them. So for each of these 140 items, you can grade them from severe or mild symptoms. Why is it important? Of course, to identify improvement in the patient when we start therapy with him or her, and also for research purposes when so this system is very used in Europe. In the United States, I think they don't use it, but when in Europe they make research, it's how do you say it, a very unified system that is comparable. So when somebody in Germany makes research about in psychiatry, and he uses this system in order to grade the symptoms and severity of the symptoms, and somebody in Switzerland makes a research, so there is a more validity to it when they use the system correctly. And this is a picture of the book that I'm using, by the way. This is the official book for the AMDP. And so maybe before leaving this video, so this is only a general introduction, but I can give an example. For there is item 15, it's under Inhibited Thinking, and this is part of the pathologies of formal thinking disorders. Inhibited thinking, I had a patient last week, which I had an interview with him, so basically we're talking normally, and he basically got fired in the past 6 months 5 times from 5 different jobs, and he was telling me about this, and suddenly during the conversation he stopped, and I see him struggling. Like he stopped, he was in the middle of a thought process, and suddenly he stopped and he couldn't continue speaking about it. And I see him still trying to find the word or something. I gave him a little bit of space to think about what he was able. Then I asked him what happened right there, like lead me to how you were thinking. He said basically I had the next idea, I had the next thought, but suddenly it disappeared and it was blocked. So I felt my brain was blocked. And this is an example of inhibited thinking. So basically the patient finds blockage in his speech, and he's not able to continue his train of thought. And this happened to him several times during work. He's this is a little bit, that's what makes it a little bit dangerous, that he is working at heavy machinery. So these machines in the river where they take rocks and stuff from one side and they drop it in the other side, something like this. And basically, when he was doing this job, he had the idea of what he wants to do next, but then it got blocked, and he basically he did mistakes basically, and that's why it made him get fired. So this is kind of one of the pathology. Of course, he had many other symptoms and many other psychopathologies that are present, which altogether help us find a syndrome or find a disease that relates to them. Of course, there's other criteria according to the ICD-10, which we use for diagnosing psychiatric diseases, but identifying these kind of things. So, for example, I had no idea that this kind of symptom is present. Like many people are suffering with, it's not a disease, it's just a symptom, that they could have an experience like this. And by learning these psychopathologies, it makes you identify these kind of things and have more understanding of your patients. And then you can also try to monitor their improvement when we start psychotherapy or when we start pharmacotherapy with the patient. So that's basically it for today. Very short. I want to try to make a playlist with each psychopathology, giving examples from work as far as I have. So some pathologies maybe I haven't even seen so far, but it would be a good idea for me long term, and I hope it will be useful and interesting for you guys as well. Okay, so until next video, and yeah, if you're new here, please subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one.